Welcome to this video on why is security so important? Why care? Well, just like the real world, the internet has bad people also. It's unfortunate, yes, but it's pretty much everywhere in the world today. It's on the internet, it's in the real world, it's in every city and town. So you need to protect yourself from things like identity theft, protect yourself from being robbed, and protect your computer, your physical computer, and the information on it from prying eyes. Who knows, maybe you have one of those nosy people around that want to just kind of get their hands on whatever they can about you. So sometimes security, actually all the time, not sometimes, security is a very, very important thing. First thing on the agenda, personal information. What is it? As it may sound, personal identifiable information, known as PII, is information that can be used by itself or along with other information to identify, contact, or locate a single person or to identify an individual in context. It's extremely valuable, as you may have expected from that. These are often things like credit card numbers and social security numbers. And often the goal of malicious people is to get this. Once they have this information, they can usually steal your identity and buy things that you didn't authorize. Hackers. Hackers would be someone or a group who seek and exploit weaknesses in computer systems and networks. Many reasons to hack. So people always ask, why would they hack me? Well, it might be because you have a bank account. They might just want the challenge of hacking someone. It might be because they're protesting someone to prove a point. Who knows, it could be some sort of revenge, or they just might get enjoyment out of it. They might not even have any reason for it other than that. There are some hackers, however, that are hacking for good. They find vulnerabilities to help companies fix them before a bad hacker takes advantage of them. So good hackers aren't going to be the ones that are trying to get your money. They're trying to find the holes and fix them before the bad hackers do that. So not every hacker is a bad hacker, although in the media, typically when they use the word hacker, it's a bad hacker. Another important word in computer security is social engineering. Now, I'm going to bring this up quickly. So, social engineering can be done in person or on the phone. It's not always on the computer. And you can see that here. I do have that listed. So, a person or group who psychologically takes advantage or manipulates a person, usually resulting in valuable information being disclosed, often without the victim knowing what they have done. So a good social engineer can actually get information from you without you knowing it. They can often portray as someone that needs help or needs you to help them with something or is lost or maybe needs you to print something for them. This method is often used by skilled hackers to gain information. And again, it can be in person or on the phone. So don't expect it to be on the computer. So this is one thing you're not necessarily going to get away from if you don't use a computer. So social engineering is the clever manipulation of the natural human tendency to trust. And then we finally have the I do not care attitude. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves, one of my biggest problems, because it's really not acceptable under any circumstance. This is what social engineers and hackers want. They want you to say, oh, I don't care. I'm not going to get hacked. Because they know the person who says that is really usually the most vulnerable person. Many high-level people like CEOs do not care, and that's why hackers often target them. That's often how many companies get into big trouble. So no one is immune to malicious people on the computer or in the real world. So saying I don't care, well, that doesn't mean you're not going to get hacked. And when you do get hacked and you lose a lot of money or your identity is stolen, I bet you're not going to have an I do not care attitude anymore. So this is just maybe a little bit of a wake-up call to some people. I'm not trying to point out anyone. However, if this is you, you may want to reconsider your thoughts on this. I do not care does not protect you from anything. Well, I hope this helped you out a little bit. Remember, you can rewatch this video. You can also take notes. I do highly suggest you take notes on the other parts of this course, this section. And I hope to see you again shortly.